So FIFA 10 is already 8 years old. Time flies when you're outside playing real football. EA Sports have made a career out of predicting players to achieve big things and then turn out to be Quincy Owusu-Abeyi. But let's take a look at players who FIFA 10 said would turn out great and who actually have. Eden Hazard. Back in September 2009, Eden Hazard was an 18-year-old winger with just one full season under his belt for Lille. EA Sports obviously saw something in him though. The Belgian went on to help the club to a League and Cup double the following season before earning a move to Chelsea in 2012. Aside from one season where he scored less goals than Scott Dan, he's been an inspirational figure, cutting defences to shreds, kicking ball boys, winning a host of individual awards and a string of trophies. Thiago Silva. Back in 2009, Thiago Silva had just landed in Milan, taking his first proper steps in European football after Porto and Dynamo Moscow had basically wasted his time, and at the age of 25 was already being tipped to become one of the greatest defenders of the modern era. Despite his relatively late start, Silva has done exactly that, making up for lost time with 65 caps for his country. Look what happened when he didn't play against Germany. A Serie A title for AC Milan, and well, he's just been mopping up the silverware in Paris for the last 5 years. Would you not think he's a bit bored? Luiz. While we're on the subject of getting crushed 7-1 by Germany, here's a lad who did feature in that game and who probably wishes that he hadn't. If you dusted off FIFA 10 a couple of years ago and saw that Luiz had been given a potential of 86, you might have had a case if you brought it back to the shop and asked for your money back. The former Benfica man was a laughing stock, having been chased out of England in 2014. However, since returning to Chelsea from PSG, the Brazilian has looked confident, assured, and let's be honest, he's one of the Premier League's top defenders. Having won everything there is to win, bar the Carabao Cup, but come on, who cares? Sideshow Bob has certainly had the last laugh. Sami Khedira. Sami Khedira and Mesut Ozil sort of burst onto the scene during the 2010 World Cup when they absolutely ripped England apart, but EA Sports clearly weren't surprised. They'd already tipped Khedira for great things 9 months earlier. The Stuttgart midfielder was part of the German under-21 side who'd romped to the 2009 European Championships, crushing England 4-0 in the final. I suppose that's what you get for having Scott Loach in goals. Khedira has certainly lived up to expectations, winning a league title and Champions League with Real Madrid and 2 league titles with Juventus. Dimitri Payet. I hope there's no West Ham fans watching this video because hearing the name Dimitri Payet probably triggers some PTSD style flashbacks for them, having had the Frenchman storm out of the club some 10 months ago, leaving them with the likes of Andre Ayew and Andy Carroll to provide the goods. Back in 2009, Payet was a talented 22-year-old playmaker at Saint Etienne. He eventually made his way to Lille before signing for Marseille in 2013. He skipped off to West Ham 2 years later, showed everyone how much better he was than everybody else at Upton Park, earned a return to the France lineup ahead of Euro 2016 before thanking his employers by going back on a recently signed 5-year contract to return to Marseille. The talented Frenchman has a trophy cabinet as empty as Agbonlahour's fridge, but his individual awards highlight what a player he can be. He was a League 1 assist leader for 2 seasons, was named in the League 1 Team of the Year on 3 occasions, was named in the Premier League PFA Team of the Year, was the Player of the Year for both Marseille and West Ham, and he was also named in the UEFA Euro 2016 Team of the Tournament. Not bad. Aaron Ramsey. For the first few seasons of his time at Arsenal, Aaron Ramsey's status at the club was shaky. Getting poleaxed by Ryan Shawcross did not help, but even before that, the former Cardiff prodigy was finding it difficult to make his mark, especially with Jack Wilshere already making waves, well, when he wasn't injuring himself fetching the post or whatever. And then the 13-14 season happened. Having scored 13 goals in his previous 172 games as a professional, the Welshman bagged 16 and 34, leading many to wonder if he had been possessed by the ghost of Robert Pires or something. He hasn't quite kept pace with his goal-scoring exploits since, netting 21 and 120, but he certainly stamped his starting role in the Arsenal side. Miralem Pjanic. I'm not sure why I chose Miralem Pjanic when pronouncing his name is about as much fun as swallowing a basket of forks, but there we go. In 2009, Pjanic was in his second season at Lyon, and EA Sports obviously saw a big future for the Bosnian midfielder. They also saw a big future for Josie Altidore, so don't pat yourselves on the back too much. He's since spent 5 seasons at Roma and is now pulling the strings in the heart of the Juventus midfield. He's won a Serie A, Coppa Italia, and has been the Serie A top assist provider 2 years running. Daily Blind. Right, so 81 isn't a mind-blowing score, and too right, it's Daily Blind. The unfashionable utility man is a decent player for Man United though, and probably fits in and around the early 80 category. In fact, he's rated as such in FIFA 18. In 2009, he was a 19-year-old stuffed out on loan at Groningen in the Eredivisie. He's since gone on to win 4 successive league titles with Ajax, an FA Cup, Europa League, EFL Cup, and has played at a World Cup. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.